Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Thaumcraft episode 3. Today we're going to take a look at some advanced crafting. I've researched a little bit more. I haven't really set anything up because I think it's important you guys see me do that. It's not that complicated, but it's nice to see anyway. So, let's start with, as usual, looking into the Thaumonomicon. I have, well, discovered a few recipes since you guys left. One of the more important ones is the magical building block. This is what we're going to use to make a altar. Also, we have goggles of revealing. That is an essential piece of equipment. I discovered the unified thaumic field theory to, well, I'm basically able to upgrade my staff. I also discovered elementum and gunpowder and basic alchemy, also basic artificing and enchanted fabric. So I've done a lot. I haven't really gone farther than the unified thaumic field theory. Well, the goggles is one of the things, but that's what I wanted to show you in today's episode as well. So let's get ourselves a bucket first to fill. Oh my god. Bucket, there we go, to fill up, well, a water bucket, yes please, to fill up our a crucible, and there we go. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to make a new staff, because, well, that is basically, it's just fun to have. It actually increases the amount of V's the staff can store by 4 times, I believe, or 5 times. You get 200 or 250 V's. We'll see in a minute. But before we do that, we need to make magical building blocks, because magical building blocks can be used to make a magical construct, a infusion altar. And that's what we need today. So, thaumium. We already have some thaumium, I believe. Yes, we do. And we also need regular cobblestone. So I'm going to put some cobble into the furnace. There we go. I'm going to wait until it's cooked. There we go. In the meantime, let's look up the other things we'll need. So for a new staff, we need an air shard, a fire shard, an earth shard, and a water shard. But there is something new. This right down here. You need aspect to make this thing, and you might not know how, and you can't actually, you know, put aspects into here. You can't make that thing with this. So how do I do it then? Well, that's pretty simple. We're going to make the arcane construct that I told you about just earlier. Oh, give me a sec. There we go. 1, 2, 3. 1. And with this, we are going to enchant it using the crucible to provide the aspects that we need. Well, it'll all make sense in a little while, so just bear with me for a little while. First, we need to make the blocks. So, thaumium and stone. That's reasonable. So, stone like this, thaumium surrounding it, and the wand for 20 V's. Now, we're going to take our wand back, and we're going to make a square, a 2 by 2 square out of these blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we use our staff, and poof! Suddenly we have a, what was it? A enchanter, come on. A infusion altar. So this is, well, it's not the complete set of items you'll need, but it's getting pretty close. So I'm going to put my staff in and get some of the shards that we need. I already have air and fire, so we need water and earth. So some shards. There is one little thing that I don't really like about this. And that's the following. You need an extra staff to do the infusion. So you basically need 2 staves to make another staff. Or another wand to wand. And that's, you know, I can see it. It makes sense. Let's put it like that. I mean, you can't just make a staff out of nothing without putting magical energy into it. But it's just a little bit roundabout. I do like it that the creators of Thaumcraft keep it, well, consistent. So that's pretty nice. Now, as you can see, we have the correct configuration and the wand in the wand slot, but there isn't a recipe showing, and that's because we need 16 Pricantatio. And how are we going to do this? Well, we have the crucible placed near the table, and now we're going to put in some shards. There we go. Some V shards. Let's see how many Pricantatio that has. It has 6. So we need 16. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now, as you can see, if I reset it. Up. As you should be able to see. Give me a minute. So the fire shard. There we go. So there you go. A wand of the Adept can hold 50 V, so 5 times more. We'll just make it. There we go. Now, we don't really need our old stuff anymore, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to spawn in a item frame, and I'm going to put it on the wall. Because, I mean, it's just, it's a shame to throw it away, really. So, let's put it above the door. Wand of the Apprentice. There we go, our first wand. So, I miss the good old days. Anyway, let's continue. So, now we made a better wand. What can we do with it? Well, we can basically make better equipment, because the old stuff just soars 50 Vs, and that's sometimes just not enough. So, that's why we did the upgrade. Now, the next thing we need to do is the infusion altar. As you can see, or the goggles of revealing. As you can see, it needs 60 V, so we cannot make it with our old staff. And we need some leather, 2 thermometers, and 2 gold. Now, luckily, we already have 2 thermometers, and we also have gold ingots. So the only thing we need is some leather. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I'm correct, 1 goes in here, 1 in here, the gold at the bottom and the top, and some leather on the sides. And we put our staff in. And as you can see, the things we need are showing up right here. So we need Visum. That is something found in carrots. We need Mutatio. That is something only found in the nether, basically. Well, not only, but it's the easiest way to get it. Yes, the nether is the easiest way to get it, so you can imagine that it's not the most fun thing to get. And Pricantatio. So we have Pricantatio, we have Visum. The only thing we do not have is Mutatio. So where do you get Mutatio? Well, pretty simple. Nether wart. So it's really worth it, well, somewhat later in the game, to go to the nether and get yourself some nether wart. It saves you a lot of trouble to have a nether wart farm, because you do need Mutatio aspect in, well, a lot of the research that you're going to do in the future. So, a water bucket, there we go. Fill up the crucible. Now, we need 8 of each, so we need at least 2 V shards. 2 V shards. We need at least 8 nether wart. 2, 4, 6, 8. And we needed a Visum, so we need 4 of these carrots. At least. 2, 3, 4. Now, this will create a lot of flux. But I can show you that in a little while, because with these goggles of revealing, the Thaumcraft secrets are revealed to us. So, let's put it on. And I want to show you on the left corner, on the left-hand corner, you can see the current amount of V's in this area. That's the A. And also the flux, that's the F. It's moderate, that's pretty much lower than I expected it to be. And as you can see, the V's is slowly restoring. So the V's we use in our stuff, you know, when we do things with it. And the flux is generated when we have more aspects than necessary and we use them. So I'm just going to use some water, because this is not the only function of the goggles of revealing. I mean, you can see energy nodes, and I will go and look for one. I don't know if I will do that this episode, but I'll really probably do that sometime. Because I want to show you that. But this is a more interesting function of the goggles of revealing. So let's see if we need to make anything. I think we can make a thermometer, but that's not really necessary right now, so I'm going to throw in some V shards. And as you can see, we now can see how many of an aspect we have thrown into the crucible. And this is a really handy function if you want to reduce flux, and if you don't want to waste all the precious aspect that is packed in, for example, a gold ingot. So, as you can see, it adds up. Now this will create a pretty huge amount of flux, and there is a way to store aspect, but that is something we have not researched yet. And that spider is annoying me a lot. Go away. Shoo. Stupid. Oh, whoa. Stupid spider. Anyway, so I want to do one thing. I want to make another thermometer, because it shows me the general direction of a energy node, and I want to go and search for one just to show you guys what a energy node looks like. Now, maybe I should fly, but you know, don't really feel like it. As you can see, we have a total of 567 V's in this area, and that's actually a pretty huge number. There we have it, the aura node. So this is the aura node, and as you may be able to see, it's getting a little bit corrupted. The dark sparks that are coming from it, it's not very good. It's a pretty large node, as I told you earlier, but we're corrupting it with all the flux that we are, well, ruining. And what is this? Sorry, I'm getting a little bit distracted. Is this just snow? Ooh, what is it? See, sometimes you find things, you don't know what they are. Maybe we need a pickaxe? I don't want to destroy it. Pickaxe, there we go. It's not really something you get with a pickaxe. Well, I'll do this in another episode. I'm actually quite curious as to what this is. Anyway, back to Thaumcraft. Let's just get rid of some leaves. So as you can see, this is an energy node. It's really, really big. 567. It's not regenerating that quickly, actually. I'm used to a lot faster regeneration, but, well, that may be because we're corrupting it this much. Anyway, that's probably it for today. I mean, there are some more advanced Thaumcraft things, but I want to do those another time. This was the introduction to advanced crafting in Thaumcraft, and I hope you like it. I think I'm going to expand the house a little bit for the coming episodes. I don't know for sure, but we need a little bit more room for the other experiments in Thaumcraft. So, as is tradition, we're going to try and research one more recipe this episode. So let's see if we can find something. There we go. So, what are we researching? An arcane levitator. Well, doesn't that sound interesting? I may sound a little sarcastic, but I actually do find it interesting. I just know what it does already. So, let's see. Nether wart, maybe. So it levitates. Aura, Motus. How do we do this? So I already have... Well, I can research metallum. It doesn't do anything, of course. Sometimes it's even valuable, as you can see, it's even valuable to research dirt sometimes. So, arcane levitator. One of the dreams, well, flying, blah blah blah. Break the earth's shackles. Oh, shackles, that does remind me of something. We need spider webs. Or, well, not spider webs. Well, maybe we do. Well, let's just see. Let's see. We need string. We need string. So, string. There we go. Now, string has an aspect that is vinculum, imprisonment. So, the imprisonment, the bindings, no? Well, it was a good guess anyway. Maybe something like this. No. We can also research permutatio. Also, we know. Let's just put a lot of stuff in and see what it does. Nothing. No. You know, I can actually do this because I just spawn everything in. But if you don't, well, that isn't really the best method to do, well, anything, basically. So, we have wool, something with an animal. We have moving. This is pretty hard. Well, I'll finish this next episode, perhaps. So, it's time to wrap things up. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and see you next episode. So, goodbye.